We have Dick Valentine, the man from Electric Six, and we're going to ask him some hard questions. And there's every chance Pam Bondi will come for him after we're finished.
Oh, I don't even know who she. I don't even know who she is. I have no idea who she is.
The American Attorney General. That's in the news today.
Yeah, I've been following all the news. Yeah, I hope she doesn't come for me because that would just be depressing.
Well, Anyhow, let's not worry about that. That's a whole story.
Also, one of your greatest beaches is named after her, I guess, right?
There you go. Listen, how'd the band come together 30 years ago in Detroit? Tell us a little bit about that.
We all went to the same high school, and then I guess after high school, we kind of all met at the same bar. I'm like, oh, you went to Berkeley. You went to Berkeley. Oh, you play guitar? Yeah, I play drums. Oh yeah, I'm writing some songs. And so that was basically it. We were just same high school, same vision for life.
Really? In the car city, you all were in the same suburb or?
Same suburb, but like we're all different ages, so like not all of us were friends. Like a couple of them were friends in high school, but it wasn't until like drinking age, like meeting at the bar, like, oh, I remember you, like I saw you in the halls at high school kind of thing. So like early 20s kind of thing, like and so yeah, the original lineup was all of the same high school and just getting together a little later in life.
Okay. Now a bit personal. Where does Dick Valentine and Tyler Spencer begin, or is that line completely fictional?
Yeah, I think the only reason we did stage names was just the stage names and wearing the suits on stage and all that was just like one tiny extra thing you could do when you're in a band or when you're taking the stage. There is no like rhyme or reason to it. We just said, let's have stage names, let's wear suits. Stage names are kind of a dime a dozen, but the suits, like, I'm proud of that because when we came up in the mid 90s, it was a lot of like shoegazing bands, like people turning up in like, ripped jeans and t-shirts, and we just wanted to look good. We wanted to like look like a reggae band or something. So it was like the idea was, let's wear some suits, let's actually put a little effort into it. And it's sometimes the suits don't look like we put effort into it. Like, you go on tour for 3 weeks, you need to find a cleaners, and you can't find a cleaners, so the suits get wrinkled. But it's that was the idea. We have some ideas, but they're not very well thought out ideas.
So that sort of answers the next question, I suppose. Is the frontman persona armor performance art or just your natural state amplified? So it's performance art.
Well, I'm aware that I'm on stage when I'm on stage, but it is my natural persona. I am just going up there, just kind of being myself on stage, and I don't. I never have stage fright. I always enjoy myself up there. There's very rarely when I'm on stage do I like wish I was somewhere else. I do like it up there.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's 30 years now, man. If you didn't, you would have stopped 29 years ago, I'd say.
Yeah. Fair point. Fair point.
How would you describe your sound? Why do you think after all this time fans resonate with the music? Is it performance? Is it music? Is it both? It's a long time.
Well, a little of both. Yeah, I mean, it's like a rock and roll dance ensemble. We play pop music, we play country music, we play we just kind of play whatever's in front of us. I think that we do a really good job of not coming off as like cool guys in jean jackets kind of thing. We're definitely we're a little bit off, and and we're like uncool in a not cool way. So I think a lot of people identify with that. There's cool but like not cool, and there's not cool but cool, and we're just kind of check all the uncool boxes. And there's more people than you think that that identify with that.
Uncool a lot of times equals authentic, and I think in today's world, authentic's something that people are attracted to. Has it changed much over the 30 years? Like in terms of you're playing a mixture of different genres and all that sort of stuff. Has it always been the same, or has it moved over time to move from one style to another style?
Yeah, well, we have two guitars and then a synthesizer. So I think our album's either like we're gonna like yeah, we just like the next album's gonna be a rock album, or the next album's gonna be a keyboard heavy album. And that's kind of and if you look at our output over time, that's kind of the big decision. Like, do we want to be Depeche Mode, or do we want to be Kiss? And it's kind of like that's kind of the two directions we go in.
Okay. Both great bands, by the way. Not just great.
Well,
bands.
you got one off to your right there. I don't know where your Depeche Mode is, but I see Kiss on your wall right there.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's an original sort of anyhow, whatever. But they're just. I would like to think I'm pushing 68 next month. I would like to think I'm sort of a conscious guy these days. I don't really care about too much, and I really get engaged with a lot of reminiscing. And when you think about some of those legendary bands over time, and the fact that a lot of people can get the opportunity to watch them on video, but you don't get the opportunity to watch them at their in their prime live, or actually come through that era where video was just starting, or you were just finding these people and they were just blowing your fucking mind. Now they've got YouTube shorts that blow your mind every 2 seconds because someone created something, and you don't get the same chance to just get blown by the quality of people. So just those bands particularly, especially Freddie, Live Aid, on that stage with the half mic. I mean, that's every band's sort of dream, isn't it? To have 100,000 fans out there, you sing your music back. Anyhow, sorry, I just thought I'd just.
No, if you go. I get it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is very much a dream to play that many people. So.
The passion that I was just talking about at the base is why we all do what we do. Because basically, if you didn't turn up to feel what you did, especially now, I bet you now it's a lot less about money and return and all that sort of stuff, and it's predominantly about, that stuff is fine and good, and you want it and all that sort of stuff, but it's really about turning up and doing what you want to do. And as soon as it stopped doing that, I'll bet you'd go out and money or no money, you'd go out and do something else. But that's just my view. Okay, Electric Six have survived MySpace. What was most people saying? What's that? The iTunes era, streaming, TikTok. What's the secret to staying relevant without chasing trends?
Today is 8 interview day, and you're number 8. So I've said this in another interview, but the secret to Electric Six is that not a lot, over this time, not a lot of bands wanted to be Electric Six. So we've always had the Electric Six market share. So young kids don't get together and say, I want to be the next Electric Six. So that bodes well for us, because we we do what we do, and nobody seeks to replicate us. And we're not going to make millions, we're going to make thousands, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. You've released music consistently over 2 decades, over 3 decades, isn't it? 30 years.
Yeah. That's right.
Is momentum more important than perfection?
That was our formula to success. We just putting out an album a year for 15 years or whatever we did. We're not doing that anymore, but it literally was just this is our job. We owe the world an album every year. It was easy enough to do. If you're in a 6-man band and everyone writes 2 songs a year, you have an album. So it wasn't hard for us to do. Now we have kids, so it is a little harder to do that. And that was kind of it. We were just we're not doing anything else. Let's do an album, and those albums always resonated with our fans, and it was great. So
I would imagine most of the kids are decent age at this point, aren't they? They're not young, or have you got young kids?
They're still all you look at the band. They're all small fries at this point. I mean, the oldest one is 13, so but we have a lot of young ones too. So the wives usually break up most bands. You can't go on tour. We got houses to pay and all this sort of stuff. So that's pretty. I'm gonna knock on this laptop right here. I mean, it's I mean, we're all very fortunate, and we have scaled back touring because we actually canceled a tour in 2022, because it was back home, everyone was like, you can't be on the road this long. So it's we've hopefully found the sweet spot of going out there, doing it, and also being home a lot. We used to, back in the day, we were on the road 250 days a year. Now it's
Wow.
maybe it's like 60, 70 shows a year. So
Wow, that's a lot of shows. There's a lot of stuff that partners have to put up with, obviously. So that's
for sure. I mean, but having kids, it's definitely grounded us, and made us realize we don't have to do an album a year. Like, we can put out an album like every 3-5 years, like most bands, and it was a massive exhale to realize that.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. Now, having said that, your last album, from what I can see, is the 21st anniversary expanded edition of Fire, came out last February. Is that correct? Is that the music you're still promoting at the moment, or
we don't? I mean, at this point, we just look like we just feel like we have tenure. So we never, like, we will have a new album, hopefully within the next 2 years. And but like right now, we don't feel like we're promoting anything in particular. We're just promoting a live show, and that's
so the tour that's coming up next month here in Australia is going to have a best of sort of mix, is it?
Sure. I mean, we do the songs we know we have to play, but like we look at like every song as a hit, whether it's Gay Bar or whether it's track 10 from album number 13. It's like we look at every song as its own, greatest hit. So we feel like it's a good mix every night of people who are just there to hear like the big 5 songs, and then the people who are there to have their mind blown by, like, I can't believe they just played, Graphic Designer. So it's like we're conscious of that, like that we have people way into the band that want to hear deep cuts, and that we have people who are just there to hear Gay Bar for the 97th time. And either way it works.
It must be a blast, actually, as you get older, because what I've found as I've got older is I've learned that the connection that I have to the moment, it's like when I thought I was connected to the moment, it was like I was connected about 20% because my head was all over the place. And as I've got older and older, I've felt more of a connection to what I'm doing and where I am, etc. So in your case, where you've had this 30 years of playing, you felt like you've had peaks all the way along, but to some degree, there's a real potential that you'll feel more from the stuff that you do today than you did 20 years ago, and so you keep on refueling, so to speak. You keep on turning up and just enjoying it more and more and more, rather than getting tired of the same old thing. Do you find that?
Yeah, we have found that the last 5 years of touring post-COVID has been, it's
the best.
COVID was the great reset for in many ways, but also for touring bands, and just kind of all the approaches that you took before COVID. You just we have a different outlook, and I think venues do too. And these last 5 years have been a lot of fun.
Okay, if you could perform with any music artist, alive or dead, who would you choose and why? There you go.
Good question.
There's a lot of shit questions coming up.
Alive or dead? I'd like to do maybe not I'm a big fan of Harry Belafonte, so I'd like to either perform with him or do his songs, kind of thing. Like, like when I think of male vocalists, I mean, I just think he's untouchable. So like doing those songs would be amazing to me.
And when you think about the shit that he had to put up with coming through, to try and become a performer in that, American sort of society.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you sit back and you look at people who can really sing, and like, it's he's one of them, and like the other day, like watching Mariah Carey. I mean, like she can fucking sing. So it's like, I have an appreciation for vocalists and like what people can do.
Yep. Okay, well, here's another one that's similar to that question, but if you could collaborate with one completely unexpected artist, who would confuse your fan base the most?
Unexpected?
Unexpected. Like if you turned up with an artist and everyone said, "What the fuck?" It could be
I don't Kid
Drake.
Rock. I mean, yeah, Kid Rock.
Yeah, no. I think if you turned up with him, I think half the fans would walk out. But still, that's
yeah. I mean, like you're trying to unexpected, like
that's
who would I
unexpected. All right.
least like it. I will give him credit though. I
No. He
let
can
me.
he can perform. It's just that when you get lost, we won't talk about the Trump era because basically,
I'm not even going there.
You'll get death threats or something or other if you.
I've never met him. We're about the same age. We're from Detroit, and so here's the thing. I was in Detroit recording, and like I had Sunday off. I was just like walking around downtown Detroit, like memory lane kind of thing. And I walked by the Hard Rock Cafe on a Sunday, like lazy Sunday in Detroit. And the downtown Detroit is deserted on a Sunday. It's only just like a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I walk by the Hard Rock Cafe, and I'm like, and I see across the street. I'm like who's that guy out there smoking that looks like Kid Rock? And I was like, that is Kid Rock. Yeah, and he's by himself. He's just like out there, like he's just like on the street, just like no entourage, no nothing. And I was like that was pretty cool. I give him credit.
There you go. Yeah. After 30 years, still long-term aspirations, or is it?
No, sure. Like I mean, I don't lay awake at night thinking like, how can I be bigger? How can I maximize my share of the pie? But every now and then you do think like, oh, if I did this, or we do this, and the other day I was just thinking like it'd be really cool if we did a yacht rock record, and like that was just yesterday's thought.
Yeah,
and we'll see. I mean, like you never know.
And you've got this stupid AI, and you've got robotics, and you've got all sorts of things coming in. So it'll be an interesting and performance is about entertainment in the current environment. So you've got to sort of keep on changing your show to fit whatever the audience is after. Because if maybe for some people they don't have to do that; they just turn up and play the golden oldies, and they'll always keep going. All right, one more question before I ask you just some quick questions. After all this time and all the performances you've made and the changes we're talking about in terms of changing over time, what's the best thing about performing to a live audience in your view now when you walk on stage? What is it that sort of says, fuck, this is grass, this is unbelievable?
I mean, I've always enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed playing live, whether it was like our first show, whether it was but there is it took a long time for me to accept this and realize this. But when you've done this for 30 years and your heyday was in 2003, like I do feel now that like people are coming to our shows and they grew up with us, and so it's like we have that kind of built-in
family,
like and respect. It's like my self-opinion through my whole life has been like the lowest of the low. So it's like at this point, 20 years, 25 years, 15 albums, like I feel I go up there and I feel like people respect us, people know us, and it's like it took a long time to get to that point where you just feel like you're in a band that like people actually want to see.
Dick, I'm gonna have to book you into I'm gonna start a podcast soon and do some conscious stuff, and it sounded like there when you said self-opinion's the lowest of the low. I think we could have we could have a big discussion about the journey, and it'd be great for your fans to see you crying at the 10-minute stage and bawling. No, not really.
Well, we can do it. That's fine. I'm not.
Well, I think that at its base, there's a really simple process to life, and it's the moment and collaboration with it. And what happens is that we create stories around the conditioning that we have. So we're born perfect, and then we've got parents, and we've got schools, and we've got religion, and we've got life, and all the way through we're trying to find a better place until we just detach from the need for a better place, and then we start to live here. And so you've got a whole series, most of the time it's 50, 60 years before you realize it's a tragedy or something or other. And then you look back, and it's not so much that you wasted anything. You start to put together why everything was necessary to get back to where you are. And so there's a great story that everyone can be a part of, but they've got to get through. It's like their depression is their 5, 6, 7 to 8, 9, 10. And a lot of people get to the 5, 6, 7 and then go back to 4 because it's comfortable. So they never actually get through to that place. And that really challenges the place that you've got to pour through. Anyhow, enough of all that. That's another time. All right, here's some.
I appreciate that. That's good.
Well, but I'd love to have that chat with you because basically at its base, everything that you do today, every performance you make comes from that place. Every song you write, everything that
absolutely.
you do, it's all a part of that place. And most people are reluctant to sort of talk about it because it exposes a part of them that's not really a part of their Dick Valentine. You know, it goes back and exposes.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's all psychological. Everything is psychological.
Stage,
everything's psychological.
At this stage, it'd be probably an attraction because a lot of people like that authenticity rather than a challenge.
Yep.
You know, the record company wouldn't say, why are you doing that sort of thing? Anyhow, let's finish with these some quick fire questions. And some of these people don't like answering. So if you don't want to, that's fine. What's the craziest,
nice.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Man, I don't know.
About,
I'm gonna move. I don't really do crazy things.
That's good.
Pretty reserved. Yeah.
What's one topic you can talk about for hours?
Ironically, music.
Well, not ironic. It's your life. What's the thing you like most about yourself? Not much. No, I'm joking.
No, my longevity.
Yeah. You sound like you know, to me, you sound like, I'm reluctant to say a good guy or anything like that because that's going to sound like I'm pissing in your pocket. But, you know, generally, you don't sound like you're trying to take too much oxygen from someone else's space. So you turn up and do your thing, and that's what you're interested in doing. You're not trying to kill anyone. You're not trying to steal from anyone. You're just going to turn up and do your thing and leave. And, you know, thanks for coming. And it's a bit in a sort of humble sort of a way. That's what you sound like to me anyway. Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
These are your all-time or your current favourites, and we'll finish with these. Favourite album?
Favorite album? Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart.
That's a good album. Favourite artist?
Like painting artist?
No, just music artist.
Oh, favorite music artist? Harry Belafonte.
Jesus, man, that's just, I do interviews like this a lot, and there's so many people that will bring up someone from like the 50s, the 60s. It's just unbelievable. It's not unbelievable because they're talented, but I mean, you know, with all the things that have happened in the past 50, 60 years, it's amazing how that sort of sticks. Favorite movie?
Dr. Strangelove.
That's a fucking good movie too. Sellers, wasn't it? Peter Sellers.
Oh yeah. He plays 3 characters.
Favorite place to visit? Australia.
Barcelona.
You're coming here next month. What are you talking about? No, Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yes.
Favorite venue to play?
That's a wow. I'm gonna go with.
Having played thousands of them.
Yeah, right. I feel like I'm gonna say off the top of my head, Dante's in Portland, Oregon. I don't know. Like I do love it there, but I know that's gonna be some staircase wit. As soon as I get off the phone with you, I'm like, fuck, I should have said this place.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like saying your favorite kid to some degree, because basically you've had a lot of experiences in a lot of them, and it's like saying one's a favorite ahead of another when you think about it. Yeah, you'll kick yourself in the head. Favorite food?
Taco.
Favorite? Well, it's Barcelona. No, it's Barcelona. It's more Mexico. Favorite drink?
Negroni.
Favorite person in history, apart from me?
Fucking hell.
Like a lot of people.
No, I can't do it. And I can't do it.
There's no one you refer to like Mandela or mom or dad or, you know.
I mean,
too many.
You can't name one.
And are you a clean skin or you got tattoos?
Clean skin.
No tattoos.
No.
Throughout this whole music experience, you've never been in a situation where you know, you thought one night, because there must be some of the band members must be signed.
Oh yeah, I mean we have a couple who have many. There's two things. It's like if I was the only person on earth, or one of like, it's just not something I would have thought to do. I mean, I see other people doing it, but like I don't think it's any. And I think the other thing is, you know, you do it to express yourself. It's a self-expression, which is great. But you know, I've always expressed myself through writing and through music and stuff. So I have other ways of getting that out, I guess.
Wow. Well, there you go,
Yeah.
man. I look forward to you deciding when you're 75 to get your first, and you know we can reveal it here. But
I mean, yeah, it'd be yeah. Again, that is fascinating. The people who do that and do it often, and you know the whole psychology there. But for me, those are the two reasons. I don't think it's something I would have thought to do if nobody else did it, and also I just like it's self-expression, and I have many other avenues of self-expression.
love it, man. Well, have a ball next March.
Yeah, thank you. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Look forward to the next album in a year. Come on, pull it out a
Year,
bit too.
year or two. Yeah. Hopefully next year, like late
Well, that's
next year.
27 anyway.
Yeah.
And have a blast. And yeah, like I say, if I get going, you see me get going, come on back and we'll have a personal chat and we'll get into the deep and you know, I love to find out more about people, because basically, you know, this is what you do. Who you are is something completely different. You know, this is just what you do. And so when you find out who you are, and I think that fans love to find out who you are, because it puts something, it gives them more connection. It's like when your family, you know what your family does and you're connected to them. You don't know what your neighbor does and you're not as connected. And I think that that's a part of it. Anyhow, we'll talk about that another time. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Nice
Yeah,
day.
thank you.
All the
Appreciate
best.
it.